The following example I will start from the diagram, because the opening phase of this game was not really interesting. We were maneuvering for the most of the game, so white was playing for a win, then black was playing for a win, and finally on move 48 still all pawns were on board, but white has managed to make some progress. And here in this middle game position, white conducts the same plan with f4. So after f4 you can see that the line f will be opened, and black has the problems with the king on h8. The bishop c3 is standing on the same diagonal with the king h8. So thus white has tactical ideas and resources in this position. My strong opponent in this game, Pavel Eljanov, didn't realize completely how dangerous his position is at the moment, and he took on c4. Of course, this move is not so good, because everyone knows that when you are playing against the bishop, then you must keep the position closed. And it was necessary for black to play d4 here. But then after bishop d2, white is slightly better, because he has the possibility to develop the initiative on the king side. Also, each type of ending will be better for white, because potentially in the ending all black pawns are situated on the color of the bishop. It means that the bishop later can come into the position, for example, to c7, and can attack the pawn b6. So this is everything gives white better chances. But still d4 was preferred, because now the game takes the open character, ef4, and white begins to play very energetically, playing for attack. So the move queen h5. This is what I was telling. Rook f7 under attack. Also, white wants to take the pawn on h6. King g8, rook f4, g f4. Rook f8, because the rook on e8 was hanging. Now queen g6, rook f7, and f5. White continues to develop the initiative, further opening the position. Then the bishop on c3 will be like a lion, monster attacking the black king. Knight f8, queen g4, e5, e5. Now the idea is to play f6, queen d7, rook e5. So you see that all white pieces are participating in the attack. And it is very important when you have the limited material available on the board, that all your pieces harmonically play with each other. Queen b7, king g1, queen d7, rook d5. Slowly but surely white is winning space in the center and on the king side, preparing the final assault on the black position. Now queen e8, f6, knight d7, and now the move rook d6. Of course, it was not possible to take on g7, because our king on g1 is still weak. So now queen e3, king g2, knight e5. And now white can win by force in all lines. Rook d8, king h7, now the check, queen f5, knight g6, and now taking on g7. The only move is queen e2, king h1, and now rook g7. Here, already in this position, there are several winning possibilities for white, but I chose the most direct and the most beautiful one. So I took on g7 here, queen e1, king g2, queen e2, king g3, queen e3. My king is going further to avoid the checks. The king wants to go to h5 at some point. Queen e2, queen f3, queen c4, and now very strong move, bishop d4. I had to foresee this move when taking the rook on g7. So the point of white is that now knight e5, king h5, knight f3, then white is giving mate to h8. So you see that all three white pieces, even the king, are participating in the attack. So black is mated. In the game it was played bishop d4, then after queen e6, queen f5, h5, king g5. White is moving away from the check, so black resigned. So very good play in the final stage of the game with a beautiful win against a strong opponent.